Right now, you are sitting across a candlelit table. You lean in to kiss your spouse. The room fades, your eyes close, and it feels like the purest expression of human connection. You probably are not thinking about the biology of that decision. But on a cellular level, it is a nightmare. In a single 10-second kiss, you swap up to 80 million bacteria. That is more living organisms than exist in most modern megacities. You are flooding your internal ecosystem in the time it takes to draw one breath. For almost all of human history, if two apex predators put their faces that close together and opened their jaws, one of them was about to die. This was not affection. It was a death sentence, with the safety off. The real reason we still do it shatters the illusion of modern romance. And it starts with the biology. A kiss is not one event. It is a brutal biological audit run through your tongue. In the year 2013, researchers at Oxford University went looking for why this physical exchange happens at all. What they found was not romantic. A kiss is not a merging of souls. It is a pragmatic scan for survival. Your body is hunting for exact genetic gaps in their blood. You are scanning their immune system. If you pair with someone who shares your exact biological blind spots, your future children will inherit those same gaps. They will be defenseless against the same diseases. So, your body is unconsciously hunting for an alien immune profile, someone whose biological weaknesses are not your weaknesses. It is not poetry. It is survival data. The oldest written record of this act is not a love letter. It is found in ancient texts from India, written roughly 3,500 years ago. They did not even have a word for romance. They called it inhaling each other's soul. Even 3,000 years ago, humans had to dress this act up in something beautiful because the physical reality was too raw to accept. Now, some of you are thinking, but wild animals find healthy mates without swapping spit. Fair point. And this is where it gets darker. Most predators skip this step entirely. Wolves and wild dogs assess genetic health from a distance, using only scent. Their noses are living instruments. They can detect a mate's biology from 30 feet away. Human noses, by comparison, are almost useless. We lost that sharp primal sense a long time ago. So, to run the exact same chemical test that a wolf runs, we had to cheat. We smash our faces together. We taste the answer directly. You think you are falling in love, but your brain is running a desperate interrogation, one it can no longer perform any other way. But how did a dangerous, disease-spreading act get wired into your brain as affection? To find out, you have to imagine a much more desperate problem. Keeping an infant alive in a brutal, unforgiving world. Imagine you are an ancient mother sitting in a smoke-filled cave 50,000 years ago. Your newborn has no teeth. They have a fragile gut. They cannot break down the tough, scavenged roots or the raw hunted meat that keeps the tribe alive. If they do not eat, they will starve. So you do something that sounds nothing like romance. You chew the food yourself. You break it down with your own saliva. And you press that warm, wet, pre-chewed paste directly from your mouth into the mouth of your child. The first kiss in human history was not tenderness. It was a calorie transfer. It was a desperate act to stop a child from starving. Over thousands of generations, the intense relief of keeping your bloodline alive got permanently soldered to lip contact. If a starving mother, 100,000 years ago, had not desperately chewed raw food and pressed it into her dying infant's mouth, your bloodline would have ended in the dirt. You owe your very existence to that desperate act. What started as a brutal survival tactic became the blueprint for trust. Then, we built the modern world. We invented agriculture. We figured out how to mash baby food. The need to pre-chew meat disappeared. But the ancient wiring inside your brain did not disappear. It stayed. And here is the modern tragedy. We built an entire digital world that completely ignores this biology. Today, you open an app on your phone. You look at a glowing rectangle. You swipe through hundreds of faces trying to find a connection based on a flat picture and a short bio. We are trying to find love through pixels. But your body is starving for a biological audit. You cannot smell a screen. You cannot taste an immune system through a text message. If you took a human from 50,000 years ago and handed them a modern dating app, they would think we had gone insane. They would wonder why we're trying to find a mate without ever breathing their air. This is why modern dating feels so exhausting, so hollow, and so deeply unnatural. We stripped away the ancient biological scan. We are swiping blindly in the dark. Tomorrow, you will dress up. You will look into your partner's eyes across the table and lean in. It will feel like the most human, most intentional thing you do all night. But underneath it, your body is running a chemical audit. An Audit inherited from a mother in a freezing cave, pressing pre-chewed food into her child's mouth, just to keep it alive for one more day. We did not invent romance. We just swallowed our brutal history, and we called it love.